you get high for what you got. You like, yeah, man, I don't know. This job, I don't really like it, but it's paying me. It's paying the bills. And then before you know it, you were caught up in lot, man. People stepping all over you already. You get what I mean? And now you are overworked and underpaid, and that's really what starts to cause that anxiety in people. But that's why we're here.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. We good to go?
Yeah, we good to go.
Y'all got a color scheme that you want me to change these colors to any color you want?
Nah, I don't think I got a color scheme.
Alright.
I think I always wear my color scheme, I guess.
Okay. So we like to know. You seen? I showed you a little bit of how the intros go and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we just gonna go straight into it. We're gonna piece it together and make it do what it do.
Make it do it.
Absolutely.
All right, Sam's counting down.
1, 2, 3.
Yo, welcome to the Attractive Mindset Studio. Listen, we got a special guest in the building, y'all. Like, this man, the moment I met him, we immediately, like, within 2 minutes of sitting next to each other, start chopping it up. The vibe was real. The love was real with a V. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just authentic relationships, authentic connections, and understanding the person that you're having a conversation with. And this man is just, you know, well sought for around the world. He talks to everybody, talks to, you know, every type of human being, but not to you just verbally. You know, he talks to your mindset, and he really has content that digests with the soul. And you have to really have that kind of connection with him to understand, like, yo, it's for the betterment of humanity is what we're reaching for at this point. So I'm gonna let him introduce a little bit more of himself. We got Mindset Mogul in the building, man.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna snap it up and clap it up for you real quick because that was a great intro. So my name is Sean Crewmate, also known as Mindset Mogul. You know, I'm here to help people take their mindsets, turn it into a tool set to create those cash flow assets. So it's all about becoming more effective in less time, utilizing strategic partnerships to create multiple streams of impact that lead to income, right? And for me, most people want to get a job and they want to, you know, get what they want at the job, maybe retire within 40 years. I really want you to retire in half that time. If you want to retire in 40, let's retire in 20. If you want to retire in 20, let's retire in 10. You know, if you're 50 and you want to retire in the next 10 years, let's retire in 5. You know, but let's create this atmosphere where we can make 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures in a day. Let's create this atmosphere where we can change our relationship with ourselves. Let's create this atmosphere where we can change the relationship with others and also change the relationship with money. So that way we can go out there and create a legacy for ourselves. So that's really what this is about. It's all about transformation and leadership and obviously selling. The first person you got to sell is yourself. Sell yourself on being the best version of yourself. And that's where we at. So that's how we got here today. I wanted to be the best version of myself. And now I met you, and now I'm like kicking it and having a great rapport, bro. Now I'm excited to be here.
Nah, absolutely. I'm glad that you know, this man extended his stay. That's how you know when the authenticity is real. Like, yo, I got a flight to leave to go wherever you got to go next, but he stayed in the state of Florida and made sure that, you know, he popped up on here making things work. And you want to be around people that make things work. You know what I'm saying? People that, I don't know, because opportunities are often missed by the fact that we think that they're always there. And people are ignorant to the fact that an opportunity may always arise, but it may not be the same opportunity that presents itself. And so taking advantage of things that happen in the moment are lucrative. And so, you know, just appreciate you for just taking your time to be here, you know, with everything that you have going on. And so I want to start by taking it way back. So we from the same city. Yeah, I'm saying New York in the building, 718 in the building.
Yeah, can I get a year?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so I know how growing up in New York was for me back in our time. You know, first off, what are your roots?
Yeah, man. Growing up in Brooklyn, 718, you know, was a good opportunity for me. It was good. Originally, I started out in Crown Heights.
Okay.
I mean, I moved around the city, East New York, Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, a whole bunch of different places, Manhattan, Queens, you name it, right? But my roots were, my family were religious.
Okay.
So I grew up in a religious family where it was about God, it was about love, it was about connection, it was about family. And I had a lot of family who were friends. And I didn't know they were friends at first, but they were friends with like my grandma, right? And then they became cousins. right, from their parents, right? They had children who became cousins. And then I had other family who, like, even friends who grew up with me in school, they lived with me too. So my family was comprised of these pieces of other families, right? And this, to me, the roots was everywhere you go, you could have family. And so, you know, growing up in there was dope, but I lost both of my parents growing up. My dad was murdered, like, in front of the building when I was barely 2. You know, so a place that, you know, I looked at, had to walk in and out of, reminded me of something that was so tragic. But I didn't use that pain to, like, pull me down. I used that pain to turn into power to pull me up. So losing my mom, she had 13 brain tumors and collapsed lung. She ultimately passed away. She was one of my best friends. She taught me something that was special. What she taught me was be the best version of yourself. Before she passed away, she told me, she said, never let my sickness become your weakness. So during this time, I never used to want to share my story growing up. So I went to 7 different schools in 9 years, right? I never wanted to share my story because don't let my sickness become a weakness. I'm thinking that was a weakness to share my story, but I later found out sharing my story became my strength. I started doing music, sharing my story, a little bit of music, but that was more entertainment. But once I started speaking to people, letting people know what I overcame, that's when the light bulb hit me, like, wow, my strength is overcoming obstacles. When you talk about obstacles are often opportunities. I didn't know that at first, that's what I was doing, but later on I figured out every time I never made excuses. It was just me figuring out the next opportunity within this obstacle. So fast forward, now where I'm at here, I'm thankful for my roots. I'm thankful for the time that I was raised in Brooklyn and did everything I could do to be the best version of myself.